and sisters, we find ourselves in a very sad situation in Britain today as British Muslims. We, as part of Stop the War Coalition, over the past 10 years, have warned the government and the establishment that this war of atrocities and oppression that you are exercising outside the borders of Britain will one day come and visit us here. And this has happened. The war on terror has undermined the British Muslims, and its strategy to prevent is a means to silence us, to prevent us from expressing ourselves for what we want and just causes. And we should not allow that to happen. It is extremely important that we find ourselves in a position that where law itself does not uphold for Muslims. It is amazing that, yes, 2 days ago in Birmingham, every mosque was visited by the Prevent Strategy officers, asking Muslims not to demonstrate in defense of Moazzam Begg. This is intimidation upon the British Muslims, taking away their rights, and we will not allow that to take place. Amen. Moazzam Begg is a symbol of the status of British Muslims today. Let me repeat that. Moazzam Begg is a symbol of what is happening to the British Muslims today. They can pick you up and lock you up because they think you supplied a generator to provide electricity to a refugee camp in Syria. Yes. While the British government itself is willing to give $200 million, to the rebels in Syria. But if a British Muslim goes to Syria to help the Syrians, he becomes a terrorist. This is an injustice that has to be addressed, and we as British Muslims cannot allow this to perpetuate any longer. My friends, we are British citizens. We are here to stay, and we need to change the policies of this country. We need to stretch out our arms to our friends in this country, and there are many people who are willing to stay with us. The policies that we see of imprisonment, arbitrary detention, the surveillance on the British Muslim community, the profiling of British Muslims, the checking of us for stop and searches are tremendously unjust. We need to stand up as a British Muslim community with our friends and colleagues right across the spectrum and ensure this changes. Otherwise, we will end up as second-class citizens and will be intimidated. This is not only a physical aspect, but it is another very sinister ploy that is being played of dividing the Muslims of the British community. The British Muslims are being divided between the good Muslims and the bad Muslims, so they have an internal sectarian fight. We must rise up above this and ensure this does not take place within our community. If ever somebody is picked up, whoever he is, unjustly, then we as a Muslim community must rise up and defend that. And I hope that we can do that together and change this country so that it becomes just and equitable for each and every citizen, whatever color, whatever religion they are.